Okay, we on Cx1DJs. Okay, what's going on with Instagram? Come help me with Instagram. Okay. We trying to go live on Instagram, y'all. Hold on for 1 minute. We're gonna start the show. Instagram, right there, the live button. Cx1DJs, we do things different. Podcast. Oh, we got it. All right, go back to that. Okay, we here. All right. Okay, click out of that. All right. Thank you. We are live. We are live. Shout out to my producer. And I think we good. We got it. We in a new studio, man. So y'all gotta excuse me. We got trying to get everything together. And if anybody listen to the podcast, we are uncut and we do our shit raw and uncut. We ain't all that noise cancellation shit. We not doing we that's why a lot of people, my following, we raw and uncut. Hold on, let me move this way. So I have more room here. Yeah, we raw and uncut. So it's not all about it's about being perfect, but we raw and uncut. You know what I'm talking about? So we got Young Dolph tonight. RP to Young Dolph. We showing love and respect to Young Dolph. PRE. We got a lot to talk about tonight, man. It's untold. Listen to me, untold stories. Young Dolph, a Young Dolph life, his beautiful life. We're gonna celebrate it tonight, and we're not gonna have. And my monitor is right here, and make sure I can see it. We're not going to hold back on this one because everybody want to know who killed Young Dolph. I ain't no investigator or nothing, but everybody want to know. I got new lights in here. I think the lights and the lighting need to go down a little bit, but everybody want to know what really happened to Young Dolph. So we're gonna have a conversation today. Shout out to all PRE people, Young Dolph wife, his kids, everybody that support Cx1DJs, and it's gonna be a very beautiful night tonight. Now let me put this right here. How y'all doing tonight, man? Everybody on iHeartMedia land and Cx1DJs 247 Radio. Make sure y'all download that TuneIn app and download the Apple Music app and search for CX1 247 Radio on the TuneIn app. Now let's do a little talk about some stuff. Let me sit back and chill. Let me open this up a little bit. Let me sit back and chill and talk to y'all. This music industry is very 1 minute you up, 1 minute you down. 1 minute you got it all, 1 minute you dead, 1 minute you alive. 1 minute you love, 1 minute you hate it. This green screen is killing me. Hold on, y'all. I'll make sure this green screen is right. So I got new chairs coming in too. So 1 minute you up and you doing your thing, and 1 minute you down. So 1 minute you alive and 1 minute you dead, right? So Young Dolph is born and raised. I ain't gonna get ready. I gotta get all my people in here. We're gonna get into it. We're not gonna waste time with the Young Dolph thing because it's a lot to talk about tonight. And it's a lot to get into. I'm not gonna do my big speech like I always do, and I like PRE. I like everybody that's supported Dolph and everybody that's still riding and respecting Dolph. I'm gonna tell you what I've been seeing. I'm gonna get right into the Young Dolph thing, yo. We ain't gonna waste time. If anybody want to watch this shit later, you can watch the replay. I'm not gonna waste time on this hour because we got a lot to cover. I got a lot to talk about, and we got the Shaw mic. Let me see if I can see that without the blur. Y'all see Shaw, right? All we use is Shaw mic, and you ain't doing it right unless you got the Shaw mic. And I got the green screen popping. Y'all see the green? I be turning, look at this shit. The mic fade away and shit. This shit crazy. But anyway, green screen is good, but it also it's good and bad at the same time. Let me say it like this. Let me move this like that. Yeah. Shout out to T-Cap. And shout out to everybody that fuck with me. I need everybody, when you log in and subscribe, like the like button. T-Cap, Vice President, is still pushing it. I need everybody to subscribe and like to the Cx1DJ page. We're almost at that 1,000. This is a new page. I'm gonna keep saying Cx1DJ is not new to the industry, just new to YouTube. This is one of our new YouTube pages. Y'all could also go visit my DJButterrock page and go check shit out over there. And I don't know, man. I'm in a new studio, so I'm getting everything right. In this new studio, I'm getting comfortable with everything. The sound quality, got new stuff coming in. But before we get into the Young Dolph thing, I appreciate all my people that go back and listen to the replay. I want to shout out to AHA Media and also Spotify. We also hit a milestone at Spotify, and we got congratulations to doing numbers at Spotify for my most new podcast on Spotify. So I want to shout out to everybody that actually listen. And one thing I like about Spotify, the metadata is show you who the fuck listening to their shit. And I have something sad to say. A lot of the artists that we interview, including some of my close friends that don't even watch their own interviews. Y'all got to do that shit. One thing I like about Young Dolph, that young man, he supported his shit. He believed in it. He listened to his own music. He put money behind his music. His motto is, it take money to make money. A lot of people think you're going to make it without spending money. You're going to spend fucking money in this podcast shit, rapping, dancing, popping pussy, whatever you're doing. It takes money to make money. And that's one thing I love about him. And we're going to get into that today. Shout out to DJ Money. It takes money to make money. So if you think you're going to do this without spending money, you crazy. So PRE, let's just get into it. I ain't gonna say Young Dolph. I hate saying people real names and shit. This is a celebration. He's passed away. He's gone. We're gonna get into a lot of details. And shout out to the Young Dolph wife. Shout out to Empire Records. We deal with the labels. We deal with the people. We deal with the back end. We don't just do shows. I want to let y'all know that. Yeah, I think Butterrock doing this to be doing it. No. We do this shit for real. That's why the layout. If you see how we do the layout, in the rollout, I call it two things: the layout and the rollout. And one thing about us, we uncut. You might hear phones ringing in the background. You might hear baby screaming. You might have somebody fucking in the background. We don't give a fuck. This is uncut. We do things different. That's why this podcast is Cx1DJs. We do things different. Where's the noise cancellation? Motherfucker, I ain't canceling shit. We live. LIVE. Our shows are not pre-recorded. We ain't in the background editing that shit and then put it up on YouTube. We live, baby. When you see a poster for any Untold Stories, it's gonna be shot and recorded live. We are live. We if somebody come in here and pull out a gun, it happened. It's on camera. We ain't nothing we could do, but we know that ain't gonna happen. We got security out the ass in this studio. But I want to say I love YouTube. I love you. YouTube will have you work for your shit. They not giving you anything. I want to say peace out to everybody. I got to say this. Shout out to everybody in the Boys and Girls Club, because actually I work with Jones Graphics. Y'all see one of the big Jones Graphics logos. That's one of our sponsors. And I'm the district manager at Jones Graphics, t-shirt printing, which I'm the district manager, owner, CEO, president. I'm all that shit. But I also dumb myself down. When I'm at one of my businesses, one of my stores, I don't act like I'm better than anyone else. All right, that's one thing I like about Young Dolph. He blended in. I met Young Dolph a couple of times in Atlanta. He was a good dude. Just like Shirley Lowe, we're gonna do the program on Shirley Lowe tomorrow as well. So y'all know we giving back to some of the fallen soldiers. A lot of people, when they die, people forget that they was here. I'm not gonna talk bad about Young Dolph, but I notice a lot of people ain't. They act like. When November come around, everybody like, rest in peace, Young Dolph, peace, Young Dolph, peace, King. No, Cx1DJs, we celebrate Young Dolph every day. We don't never just with this occasion. If you notice, we doing this in March. This ain't not nowhere connected to his death, birthday, any of that. This is the celebration of Young Dolph. the untold stories of Young Dolph. Let's get into one of the stories that no one know about. Pause. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, even if you are not new to the channel, I need you to invite more people in. Like, share, subscribe. I know a lot of people's watching. We got right now we got 500 people watching on the Roku app, and shout out to everybody on Roku. And we got over 1,700 people watching on different browsers. For some reason, people don't want to go to YouTube. I don't get it. I don't understand why. What is it? You don't want to give the Cx1DJs the love, but we know you watch it because we have 30 different apps and programs showing the stream. Our stream is coming from a program. It's not straight to YouTube. We go through our little program and our little shit in the back end that we pay a lot of money for that show analytics and it shows who's watching who from phones, and we know all that. Now one thing about watching in another browser, we don't know who you are, but we know you. It shows as a person watching. We don't know who you are on the Roku, but on the YouTube, we could tell who you are, even if you only leave a comment. So that's awesome. I like that. So let's get back into the Young Dolph thing, because I don't want to, I want people came to hear the story about Young Dolph. People came to show the love to Cx1DJs. And I want to say this to Cx1DJs. I appreciate everybody that came out and always support the Cx1DJs. Now, let's talk about PIE. So PRE, let's get some history that some of you young men don't know. Before I get into the history of Young Dolph, let's talk about the history that DJButterrock has with Young Dolph. Okay, Young Dolph came to Atlanta back in 2012, just promoting and doing his thing here. I met him actually in Riverdale. Off of 85. I was promoting an event that I was doing with Little Donald, okay? A Christmas event. And I met Young Dolph around that time. I was doing that. It was in December. I remember because I was doing the Christmas thing with Little Donald. And Young Dolph was actually in Riverdale off of 85, fucking around with some of the Brick Squad members. If y'all remember, when Young Dolph came to Atlanta for my ATLians, he was real big and real tight with Brick Squad. Brick Squad, Gucci was pretty much co-signing Young Dolph. All right, Untold story. Gucci actually did a lot of features for Young Dolph for the free. Shout out to Gucci, man, 1017. He didn't charge Young Dolph for the come up, but guess what Young Dolph did? Untold story. I'm gonna give y'all some shit I know is not out there. Young Dolph still gave Gucci $15,000. Gucci told him he didn't want the money. He told Dolph to keep the money. You won't find that no fucking where but here at Cx1DJs. Dolph left the money in the studio on the table. He wouldn't take it back. He like, no one works for free. I ain't asking for no free shit. He said, you did that off the love. He put the money down. That's why Gucci loved Dolph. He put the money on the table in the studio, and then he went on about his business and went back to Memphis. True story. You never heard that story nowhere. Google it. It won't be out there. You heard it first right here. Untold stories of Young Dolph. We do things different, baby. Cx1DJs. All right. So now I broke that down. So another thing after that happened, Dolph, South Memphis, baby. He went back to Memphis. And we talking about that's 2007. No, that time that happened. That happened in early. That's like 2012, something like that. But when I met Dolph, we was doing like I said, the Christmas drop. That was 2017. What's that? Yeah, because my mother wasn't living at the time. Yeah, 2017. I met him, and he was not arrogant. He was definitely approachable, and his features was a lot. It was $30,000 then, because around that time he was already bubbling. It was $30,000 in 2017. All right, to get him on anything, it was $2. It was $30,000. So you got to have your money right. Then one thing about Dolph, like he's not going to allow you to work for free, but he damn sure ain't working for free. Now, one thing I did like about him, he was making sure that the song was going to be clear, because I was trying to get him and Pungafoot, Untold Story, to do something together. He had to listen to the song first, clear it with his people, because he had people with him. We had the conversation, but I had to go through his people. So it was $30,000. I at that time I was building my brand and building Punkafoot, so the investors didn't want to pay the $30,000, and this is a true story, y'all. So if I'm gonna tell an untold story, let's tell a whole goddamn untold story. So we didn't have the budget at the time, so shout out to everybody checking in the chat. So we couldn't do that. So that would have been a good 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 situation. Now I tell everybody, when you trying to do features with major artists or indie artists, what you got to make sure that the artist that you are putting the money behind is worth you putting the money behind. It's shout out to everybody that's checking in on the check-in. It got to be worth it. I'm not shitting on Punkin' y'all, but it's this shit go on timing, and that's the CX1 artist. So you could waste money if it ain't time. If the timing ain't good, you just sit there and waste fucking money. And I feel at the time the investors didn't put up the bread, and I figured my artist needed more artist development. So because you have the opportunity to do a song with Adolph or any other major artist, you got to make sure the person you putting the money up for is ready, and if it's going to make a difference. One thing I will say about Dolph, if that did happen, if that would have went through on our end, it wasn't his. He was gonna, long as they cleared the record, the shit sound good, they was gonna do it. But he was gonna make sure the song cleared with Empire, the label he was with. He still was PRE. Empire was just distributing his shit. Everybody keeps saying he was signed to Empire. Empire got him killed. Gazi got him killed. No. He had, instead of going to TuneCore, he had Disco Kid. He had Empire to do the distribution. He owned 100% of his shit. It was no Gazi got him killed. The people killing me with that shit. It was none of that shit. So let's get that out the way. I want to make that, because I've been hearing when he got killed, oh, Gazi had insurance on him. Gazi had to. Shout out to Gazi from Empire. Gazi had nothing to do with Young Dolph getting killed. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shout out Gazi again. Gazi had nothing to do with none of these young brothers that was signed to his label that got killed. Shit just happened. So we can't blame the record label, or if the record label. Let's back up, because I did tell Empire what I was gonna say. Let's back up real quick. If you have a contract with somebody, any kind of business contract with a high priority person, you have to back your money anyway. So having assurance, it wasn't life insurance, it was assurance on the deal. So say if this don't sell, say if something fall out, this assurance will cover this. Unfortunately, it will cover if you can no longer fulfill your end of the contract. So if you pass away, that record company or that distributor, it depends on how you had it. So you signed up doing a deal with like Empire, you have to pretty much agree to. I always teach industry shit while I'm doing the show. You always got to agree to a certain amount of projects, because they putting up a certain amount of bread. So it's not just PRE put up their money, Empire put up the money, they finance certain shit. It was money. It was money put up for the Empire distribution deal with PRE. True story. So you still have to make sure that if something happened with anybody, because something gonna happen to Empire, it was assurance on both ends. So to hear that Gazi had something to do with Young Dolph being killed, I will not allow that shit on my program. I will never report no shit like that, because it's not fucking accurate. And I did tell Empire I was gonna make it clear to the people that watch my show now and later in the future, because these shows don't come down off of YouTube. It don't come off of iHeartMedia. This is going to all 800 platforms and counting when I do a show. So let's make it clear that the deal that PRE had with Empire was distribution only, not a recording contract. So back to Dolph. So he went back to Memphis, and because some shit you guys already know. I'm not gonna go into some shit you guys already know because that's not an untold story. I'm gonna give you our shit that you motherfuckers don't know. So went back to Memphis, doing his thing, bubbling, like really on fire. You know what I'm saying? Doing shows, mixtapes, like really on fire. Because he bumped into Gotti and Yo Gotti people and all that shit before the beef, y'all. And you gotta understand something. When you popping, everybody gonna want to fuck with you. But you gotta know your worth. So you like, man, it was the information I got from PRE people is pretty much it was a relationship with the Gotti and Dolph in the beginning that was good. And a lot of people with PRE had a relationship with Gotti. So I'm not gonna be here trashing Gotti because it's a story that's untold to everybody. And I'm gonna tell you what I have the permission and the rights to tell legally tonight. So people say, do you think cocaine music has something to do with it? Yo Gotti record label. Butterrock, your professional opinion. So if you asking me my professional opinion, do I think Gotti people or Gotti has something to do with Young Dolph getting murdered, assassinated? Period. It's no murder. Murder is like murder is just like, yo, man, I'm just gonna, murder is murder, but assassination is a little different than murder. Y'all know the difference of getting assassinated and then murdered? It's the same shit. No, it's not the fucking same shit. Murder mean I go out and I'm gonna give y'all the definition of this shit right now. I go out, some shit kick off. I'm fighting a nigga. He get unalived. All right, that was not intention, but that happened. Assassinated mean you go there intentionally to kill to take this person out. I gotta watch my words on YouTube. You came here to do a job and you did the job and you got compensated. That's assassination. Your job is to do that job right there. So to answer my question, do I think Gotti had anything to do with it? I'm gonna say no comment. All right. So I know, we promote this shit a lot, and when we promoted Dolph, we had so many DMs from Gotti's side, and like we DJs, we don't play both sides, but I must always say no comments to some shit that I don't want to speak on. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause I'm a street nigga too, so we're not gonna speak on some shit that is no comment on. Now, was I a Young Dolph fan? Fuck yeah. Am I a Yo Gotti fan? Fuck yeah. But what person showed me the most love was Young Dolph, PRE, period. So what the Black Brothers, Young Kings had going on in Memphis is deeper than any of us know. So being I contact PRE side of the things, I'm going to tell you that side. It pretty much was more arrogance on both parts to a certain extent. Everybody the king of Memphis, everybody the king of everybody running shit. Gotti felt that he was in a situation, in a position first to hold it down, so he should be the king of Memphis, all right? Which everybody know that. Let me tell y'all an untold story. Gotti been out there grinding for years on his side of town in Memphis. He's not from South Memphis. Okay, Young Dolph is from South Memphis. So you gotta when you people say they're the king of some shit, you gotta be your region. So Memphis ain't that big. I've been to Memphis millions of times. All right. So Memphis seem big, but it's not. You have like Atlanta. You got east, south, west. You know what I'm talking about? North. So if you from another side of town, you might be the king of that side of town. So Dolph definitely hold it down for South Memphis. All right. Period. So when you start recording records, and this when this shit get complicated. When you start recording records and putting out singles and albums and shit like that, and global, you get global eyes on you. So that's when you get the certain people that will classify you. You gotta excuse me. This mic is, I'm telling you, Shure is the best mics to use. Shure mics is the shit. I'm sorry. This you can hear me taking this shit if I go in and take a shit. Excuse me. All right. Back to what I was saying, because I'm keeping it real tonight. And you notice I ain't hesitate. I jump right in it. Usually I got some bullshit to talk about. No, we going right into the Dolph shit. Yeah, so when you get global success, so I ain't gonna play both sides now. This is about Dolph, but we're gonna keep it real. When you get global success, move my goddamn mic up. Hold on now. When you get global success, all right, then you might ask yourself, who everybody knew first? Let's be honest. Who was the home name that everybody knew? Okay, you might say Gotti. But you can't say that Gotti was the king of Memphis if you didn't fucking live in Memphis. You could say Gotti was a homegrown name because he made it nationally. So me living in New Jersey and I moved to Atlanta, I'll be a damn fool if I ain't hear Gotti out there first. I heard I'm a DJ. No one serviced me no Dolph music until Dolph came to Atlanta and serviced it himself. I don't think y'all heard what the fuck I just said. Did y'all hear what the fuck I just said? I don't think y'all heard me. Let me move this mic like that. No one, I'm gonna say this again. No one serviced Dolph music until Dolph served it himself. Dolph was in Atlanta. He was actually out here promoting his own shit. He was actually out here servicing the DJs himself. He didn't have a big major label. He didn't have none of that shit. He was servicing this shit himself. DJButterrock was out here with the Cx1DJs, building the Cx1DJs when I got out here. I was trying to meet every fucking body, any up and coming motherfucker. I was trying to meet him. And what's up with this mic? This mic is acting crazy. Hold on, y'all. His green screen is popping. You know, old girl said lip gloss is popping. His green screen is popping. Shit, fade away, nigga. Shit, goddamn it, nigga. So check this shit out. What y'all know about servicing your own fucking records? Salute the king. Salute to the Young Dolph. He serviced his own shit. He's self-made. So we're gonna break down this king shit though. So globally, I'm not from Memphis. None of y'all niggas. If you from Memphis, shout out to Memphis. But if you from Memphis and you see this lady, you're gonna agree with me. We can't justify who the king of Memphis is, and we ain't live in Memphis. We can't say Dolph wasn't the king of Memphis. We can't say Gotti wasn't a king of Memphis. The only thing we could say is the music we heard and the hold on a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta get this mic right because I hate that fucking glare shit. Only thing we could say is globally who's the king of Memphis. And if we go by globally, we're gonna say Gotti was the king of Memphis. We're gonna go on saying that who we heard on the radio 30 times a day was popping. Who we saw the stars doing remixes with, and who was in the studio working with this one and that one, who was on 106 and Park, who was on the radio 30 times a day. So you're gonna have to give that to Gotti, right? Globally. But who was in the street, in the barbershops, cutting hair, selling drugs, doing what they had to do, getting their name done in Memphis. When Gotti was not in Memphis, Gotti was in other places on tour and doing other shit. So you gotta understand something. To be a king of something, you gotta stay on the throne. You can't leave your throne. So you gotta really understand. No disrespect to Gotti, no disrespect to his record label, but when we talk about street grown and homegrown, and the person that came there, the person that always was in the trenches, we got to give that to Young Dolph. Now you got to give it to him. Now do your research. I did my fucking research on top of talking to his people, but you might say that might be bias because you spoke to some of the people, his wife and managers and people that fuck with that's a part of PRE. So that might not be credible, Butterrock. Yes, it's credible when I do my own research, but without talking to the people from PRE and his wife and family and people like that that works with Dolph in state. All right, so we're gonna do it like this. My research is everybody when Gotti was not in town. I ain't talking about his art. I ain't talking about Young Gotti artists. We're not talking about none of. We going back, y'all. We ain't talking about Moneybagg Yo or Gorilla or none of them. We talking about the Gotti that came in the trenches. Gotti been in the game a long fucking time. We not taking no fucking credit for Yo Gotti. No, we ain't taking no credit back from him. So globally, he's the king of Memphis. Both of these kings is the kings of what they do. So we can't never say that Yo Gotti ain't the king of Memphis. We can't say that Young Dolph ain't the king of Memphis. I think it's very sad that that motherfucker gotta die because people want to claim some shit that they don't own. I think it's sad as fuck. And my platform, I'm not no biased motherfucker. That's why people watch me. Now people hate on me too, but people watch me. And people gonna watch this shit, and they're gonna feel it. Yo Gotti people and Dolph people. My thing is, you shouldn't have to lose your life because a territory shit, because that's what the shit boils down to. It boils down to let's tell some shit. Let me tell y'all some shit that y'all do know. If you're a Yo Gotti or Young Dolph fan, let's be honest. Gotti put out his music. Dolph put out his music. Both of them was shitting on each other. Both of them talking about fucking each other girls. Both of them said a bunch of crazy shit in their music. And both of them stand on their music. So you have a lot of shit that was said. And when you street niggas, that shit, when they see you is on, you know what I'm saying? And so, even with Young Dolph people, man, the one thing people said that no one stepped for Dolph, they still stepping for Dolph. You might not hear it globally on the radio or shit like that, but niggas is on site with anybody that did anything to Dolph, man. Everybody know that. Gotti know that. Everybody, who the fuck don't know if you a part of that, what happened with Dolph, that shit is on site. Everybody know that. So I'm here to tell y'all, we here to celebrate Young Dolph. And to answer the question, if anybody got lost, because this interview shit is what I do for a living. So let me back up in case you guys ain't catching on what the fuck I'm saying. Dolph is the king of Memphis. Yo Gotti is the king of Memphis. You could have more than one motherfucking kings, bro. You a king of your own motherfucking right. I give it to Dolph and I give it to fucking Gotti. You know why? Because they fucking both put their fucking life on the line. They're both, well, one lost his life, and that's my brother right here, Young Dolph. And if anybody think that this is, I knew this was gonna be hard for me because I actually do love Dolph. I think he's a real king. And I think it was a very sad situation that happened to him. That's why I wasn't gonna waste time with my introductions I usually do for 30 minutes and check people and this is a serious situation. Even when I do the show on Shirley Low tomorrow, it's gonna be same as this because I care about Shorty Low. He was a good friend of mine. And I met Dolph twice. And it seemed like, for me meeting him twice, he was a good dude. And I don't brag on all the industry niggas I meet, man, because actually when I met Dolph, he was coming up just like Punkerfoot and everybody else come up. But he came to Atlanta with a bag. He didn't come to Atlanta with 30,000. He came to Atlanta with probably 300, 500,000. He didn't come to Atlanta with a little bit of money. He came ready to fucking pop. He didn't fucking cry about $1,000. He didn't cry about paying for an interview. He didn't cry about paying for motherfuckers to get on his song. He was with the shits. I'm gonna tell you something. I was in Clayton County because I'm in Atlanta, yo. I was in Clayton County and I was at my boy Mike CD spot. He said, Butterrock, I'm gonna tell you who you need to book. This is like a year after I met Young Dolph. He said, Young Dolph is the shit now. He had that Preach record out. This before the remix. I said, yeah, I met Young Dolph a while ago in Riverdale. He said, for real? I said, yeah. And anybody know Mike from the CD spot that did all this? He was the only motherfucker in Clayton County doing CDs on Riverdale Road. All right. Oh no, Terra Boulevard, excuse me. And everybody know Mike, man. If you don't know fucking Mike, you crazy. You from Atlanta, you from Clayton County, you know who fucking me. You from Clayco, you know who Mike is. So Mike said, Butterrock, you need to, because at that time he told me I was bubbling with the Cx1DJs. We talking about, I met Dolph 2012 and shit like that, 2012, 2013, something like that. We start bubbling with the Cx1DJs in 2013, 2014, 2015. So when I sat down with Mike, he said, yo, man, I'm telling you, you need a book right now that's fucking hot right now. And that's Young Dolph. I said, yeah, I met him a while back around him, over there with Gucci people, 1017. He said, all right, well, he fucking with Street is X now. So Mike put me on and said, yo, he fucking with Street is X. So unfortunately, because I ain't no fucking liar, we never met back up. And I've been in Street is X studios 1,000 times. I never ran back to Young Dolph. He was bubbling. When you bubbling, you it's hard to get back in touch with a nigga when they bubbling. When you bubbling, you moving in a fast fucking pace. If I could catch you, you ain't fucking bubbling. Now, when you coming up, just what I tell a motherfucker, when a nigga coming up, you better fuck with him. Because when they start bubbling, it's going to be hard to fuck with them. So all them niggas shitting on DJButterrock, you better motherfucking fuck with me now while I'm bubbling, nigga. While I'm coming up, excuse me. I already count. I'm really, like I said earlier, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get back to Young Dolph. I'm like retired, but not retired. You know what I'm saying? I broke enough records. I'm living off the fucking music industry. So I'm not really hurting for nothing. And, I use my money to start out printing. We got 14 printing stores worldwide under Jones Graphics. And then we have another 30 under Watson Printing. So I'm not really struggling with the money shit. It's like, I like this entertainment shit. So I like doing this shit. Like the DJ shit I did it 35 years. I work with all the labels you could name. I broke so many fucking records that I don't get credit for, but I don't give a fuck who need credit, as long as you got the motherfucking Roy. Listen, I tell a motherfucker this. Fuck credit, as long as I got the money to show what I did. Credit ain't shit. You ain't do that. All right, nigga, fuck you, nigga. When you really did it and you really got the bread, and the wealth and the credit on the back end with the record labels and whatever you did, you don't need nobody to believe you. This is what I try to tell motherfuckers. You don't need nobody to believe you. And one thing I like about Dolph, he said even if he thought he wasn't, he was confident in who the fuck he was. If you're a Dolph fan, you got any of Young Dolph music, you know damn well this young man was confident in everything he did. If you ain't confident, why the fuck you doing that? I met so many rappers that was not confident, but they act like they confident. Motherfucker, you ain't fresh. I'm fresh. No, you're not. You're not showing me that you fresh. I'm from the old school. We used to say fresh, nigga. If you fresh, nigga, you be confident in that shit. Young Dolph was fresh. He was confident. His swag, everything was on 10. All right, well, let's talk about the bad shit now. And when I do Untold Stories, it's good and bad of an artist. Now, if I would have got with say for instance, that fateful night, and we're going to get into a couple of things. I'm going to bounce back and forth. The fateful night that when he went to the cookie shop. Now, this is what I want to know. I'm from New Jersey, all right? Jersey City, New Jersey. When I go back to New Jersey, I want y'all to pay attention to this shit. Shit ain't how it used to be. So I want to know, this guy at the time of his assassination was multimillionaire. So I don't know, and he was with his brother or whatever, whoever the security slash brother, whoever the man was that was with him with the dreads. How the fuck are you guys in Memphis when this is a story I asked his people, and they like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what I got from PRE. All right, and this is a true story. 2 weeks ago, when I was setting this shit up, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be talking about this and this and that, and why would he, why would y'all let that without proper, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, that's how he was. Dolph was like, his cars were bulletproof, but he was comfortable where he was at. He wasn't fucking afraid. He wasn't ducking. He was at the gas. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it like I saw it. He was at the gas station first. No bulletproof vest. He was like, yo, fuck y'all niggas. Like, I'm here, nigga. I'm Dolph, nigga. Fuck you niggas. Nigga, it's me, bitch. So he pretty much, I'm on my side of town. Fuck you niggas. You niggas from the other side of town. This is South Side, motherfucker. South Memphis, nigga. We ain't worried about y'all niggas. We good over here. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's how his mentality was, according to his people. That's not allegedly. His people was my research and what his people told me. So with that mentality, it comes with a cost though. And I met Young Dolph, and I really believe he's a smart king. But I really believe sometimes we all could be our downfall. I can't say that no deeper than that, man. I mean, I go to New Jersey, I got security, I got armed security. I'm not even don't have the money like Young Dolph had. RP to that brother. But I got money. But we gonna have security, armed, off-duty police officers from that county because nobody fucking loves you no more. Nigga want you dead, man. And motherfucker want your spot, man. Even people who didn't have the beef like Young Dolph had. But he knew the situation with him and Gotti, Yo Gotti, excuse me. I would never sleep on nobody. And you might say, man, that's water under the bridge. He's gone now. Any young brother or sister watch this video, I hope it wake up if you in a status or you have some kind of beef going on and you think you don't give a fuck about the other side because you don't think they tough enough or they not gonna risk it all. It's always a crash fucking dummy here to take you the fuck out. Learn from the Young Dolph situation. He's a beautiful talent that's gone. I can't wait to do this show, but I want to reach somebody because everybody's biased. Even when I spoke to his people, that it was pretty much we had the green light to do the show, but they wasn't going to answer certain shit. But my point of view, I'm cool. So everybody ain't gonna say, yeah, we think it's coulda, shoulda, dulda. We didn't. It didn't happen the way it supposed to been planned. It. Butterrock, what you would have did if you was Dolph? Okay, I'm gonna tell you if I was Young Dolph, and number one, I would have sent my PR or assistant to get them fucking cookies. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you my fucking opinion. If somebody asks me, Butterrock, you doing an interview? All right, what was you? How you know that was gonna happen, nigga? I'm beefing with a whole nother fucking record company with power, and we all from the same state, same city. Just live on two different sides, motherfucker. I'm gonna be ready for the bullshit. Which he was ready. His brother had the gun. He had the chopper. They were shooting. After what happened inside the cookie shop, his brother ran out and It's just some shit about that story that I'm gonna break it down a little bit, but I ain't gonna get too deep because we're on YouTube. But most of that shit was kind of strange to me. And being I'm a journalist now, and this is what I do, and I'm a DJ, and I met the young brother, Young Dolph. So let's get into it. Like, how the fuck this nigga got a chopper, but I forgot the chopper was in the car. No nigga, the chopper need to be on you if you go into a cookie shop and you in a place with is tension. I'm gonna tell you what that was. Too comfortable. If anybody learned anything from the beautiful, beautiful Bean, Young Dolph, King assassination, you can never be comfortable when you think you are comfortable because nobody fucking really love you. They want you the fuck out of here because they want your slot. They want your place. They want you silence. So you can't trust no fuck body. You can't trust the motherfucker at the corner store. You can't trust no nigga at the gas station. You can't communicate in where you going and where you gonna be at, what time you're gonna be there. You can't do none of that shit in this age. I don't do it now, nigga. I ain't telling nobody. Where you at, butter? I ain't none of your motherfucker. I'm in Germany, bitch. I ain't telling you. If anybody tell you they really know where the fuck I be at, they lying like a motherfucker. I don't tell you. We got 14 stores. You don't know what store I'm at unless you got a track device, dick. And every store, every store I go to, we got them things in there. So it's gonna be an automatic shootout, nigga. We militant. You know, militant is like ready. If you ready, you have to get ready. On God. And I'm on a corporate status, and I'm saying that. So it's just a real shit. And all I want to say this real quick is I appreciate everybody that came out and checking this show out. And if I offended anybody, I'm sorry, but it's real. You have to be ready. I don't know if there's one Young Dolph people that got off here, but I told them I was gonna be real. I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not pissing anybody off. And I did get a text that PRE people was on here, but I want to be honest. I can't do a show not being honest. And I don't want to piss off anybody from PRE. I just really feel that if it was me, I would have sent my assistant, my manager, my security. I would have went in there. And I love Young Dolph. Don't get it twisted. My part of this thing is giving him flowers and showing everybody how I feel it should have went. And I want to stop another young king, another queen that's rising to the stars that have beef. Or not, you don't have to have beef. You just people could be jealous of you. If you listen to this interview, you will learn you can't trust nobody when you get in success. Nobody's your fucking friend. It be the people that call you your brother and sister ready to kill you, are ready to set you up. You could be on the phone with a motherfucker day in, day out, and they're ready to assassinate you. So imagine if you know you got beef, what kind of preparation you need to be having. So this right here is to celebrate Young Dolph and to educate other young people that's in this music industry that's street niggas. Because nobody fucking love you until you gone. Some sad shit. Everybody went, oh yeah, we ride for Dolph. Okay, so what I've been looking, and I was talking to a couple of my staff. I'm like, yo, so how many people out here really is still playing Dolph besides Cx1DJs? A lot of people ain't playing it. I don't hear it. I'm out here in ATL. I don't know what they're doing in Memphis because I ain't in Memphis, but I'm out here where Dolph got a house at. And he had a house the time he got executed. He had a house assassinated. I'm gonna get the right words. He have a beautiful mansion out here. And I don't hear none of these DJs playing Dolph on the radio. So I want you motherfuckers don't start lying because I don't hear playing. I'm in the city. Heavy. I'll be in the clubs. I'll be dipping out, promoting my podcast and promoting the Cx1DJs. And I might gradually hear it only in November or around his birthday. Only person I see promoting Dolph is Rollo, Fam Goon. That's it. I'm gonna give it to Rollo, and that's it. But this is a very very sensitive. I'm actually hurt over here, y'all. I'm like, because I love Dolph, and I think it's a beautiful talent that was wasted. And it's a couple of things I didn't hit on that I'm gonna hit on though. All right. So let's just do a little background because I did it. I went into it because I wanted to really touch on the stuff that I wanted to touch on first. So let's get on this. You know, let's hold on for a minute, y'all. I gotta get my thoughts together. Because if you was a fan of Dolph like I was, then you can understand my feeling right now. Because I feel a lot of shit could have been prevented. And let's put it like this: he was a barber. He was a barber. He helped out a lot of people in South Memphis. Born in Chicago, raised in Chicago, moved to Memphis. So some of the stuff you guys already know. So back and forth from Chicago and Memphis. Of course, sold drugs like all these other young people was in the streets. And it's some people in the streets think, you know, the streets love them. And for some instance, the streets do love you. But I think to a certain extent, it got an expiration date on who you could trust in the streets. And I really believe a lot of people dropped the ball with the situation with Young Dolph. And I really believe a lot of people trusted people they shouldn't have been trusting. And I'm gonna stand on that right there. I'm gonna stand on that. So we're gonna get into this video. Now I did some other stuff, but I wanted to get that out because I wanted to make sure that that was out. Hold on, y'all.
Growth, man. You know what I'm saying? Life about opportunities, you know what I'm saying? About growth. You know what I mean? It's about always going to the next level. It's about bettering yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's always like you bettering yourself when a lot of times like people get like shit twisted. Like when you say better yourself, like to better yourself, that means you gotta better people around you too, because you can't become a better you without bettering people around you. I think that's what people like as the artist, you know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. to Young Dolph, let's get it.
Growth, man. You know what I'm saying? Life about opportunities, you know what I'm saying? About growth. You know what I mean? It's about always going to the next level. It's about bettering yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's always like you bettering yourself when a lot of times like people get like shit twisted. Like when you say better yourself, like to better yourself, that means you got to better people around you too, because you can't become a better you without bettering people around you. I think that's what people like as the artist, you know what I'm saying? That's what got me up through there, like, because people know and it is what it is. Like when you see me, what you see, what you get. Like it ain't no, like everybody in the industry, they fake it till they make it, you know what I'm saying? When you were doing something like in this category of work, you know what I mean? Like entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain stuff you can't be too open, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's like it'll cost you. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll hurt you, you know what I mean? Like it's either like everybody don't want to be a role model. I ain't finna say they're a role model, but the facts is everybody is a role model to somebody, whether it's your little boy or your little cousin, you know what I'm saying, or your partner. You know what I mean? Like you around somebody for periods and periods of time, they're gonna pick up something off of you and start like they're gonna add it to their life. You know what I mean? Whether it's something positive or whether it's something negative. You know what I'm saying? It's just the world that's how it operates.
Walked up on little mama and said, that's a lot of ass. She looked me up and down and said, that's a lot of swag. Niggas skipping class, dope boy.
People gonna smile in your face and people gonna talk and this and that, but it's like really everybody waiting on you to fall on your face so they can laugh at you. Come up with a plan and stay focused. You know what I mean? Like, stay in control. You're not in control, you out of control. I live by that. You know what I mean? Nothing in this world stay the same forever. Everything happens for a reason. With that being said, like in so many words, be true to yourself, be you, be true to your family, loyalty, like, and do on to others you wish them to do on to you.
Right now, we ain't getting jail. Pussy ass nigga telling on his own face. The same nigga that you break your neck for.
chase money. Never chase bitches. Never. Ever. Rule number 2, real bosses do not talk. We just sit back and listen. Always remember it take money to make money. First you stack your paper, then you make boss moves. Can't make no moves with no money.
Ooh, that's some real shit, man. RP to Young Dolph. Man, shit. Cx1DJs, We Do Things Different podcasts. Untold Stories, Young Dolph. That's some deep shit, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. If you learn anything tonight, learn this. Don't trust no one. Stay dangerous. Stay militant. And think about everything before you do it. Cause you can't come back for some shit. When it's done, it's done. When it's up. And understand you gotta stand on everything you say out this motherfucker. And you also gotta goddamn be real to your motherfucking self. And understand when you have tension, a beef, or whatever, you gotta understand it's real out here. If a motherfucker say they, for instance, Young Dolph had a bunch of attempts on his life, Charlotte, North Carolina, California, and a couple other places, and then go to Memphis, and then they, it happened, and you get assassinated. So if you love a person and you see them in a mix, you got to tell them to be careful. You can't tell me you love me and I'll go around a motherfucker around a place that around people or in the vicinities that I have a problem in, and you don't tell Butterrock, hey man, you gotta be careful. Yeah, you got your say if I got my brother with me, you got your brother. No, you need to about to have 10 more motherfuckers with you. Cause you never know, the day you leave that house could be the last day you leave that house. And I want everybody to understand this. It's cool to be a real nigga. It's cool to stand on business. And this is for all the Young Dolph fans. This is for all the DJButterrock fans. This is for all the Yo Gotti fans. This is for all the hip-hop fans that love hip-hop and love gangster rap and real life rap or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This shit, when you're gone, you can't fucking come back. So live your life like, hey, if I go out here and make the wrong decision, I might don't come back to my family, my kids, my wife, my girlfriend. So I live life like, nigga, if I do the wrong shit, I ain't coming back. So I gotta live a life like this. This is either me or you, nigga. It's gonna be you, nigga. Cause I'm gonna live the way I walk, I'm paranoid. So I think everybody trying to get my motherfucking ass, even if you not, nigga. So everybody's a fucking op to me. That's how I really believe, nigga. I could be cool and be chilling with niggas on phones and all, nigga. At the end of the day, nigga, it's either you or me, and I damn sure it's gonna be both of us, and that's how you gotta live. So I can't talk about Dolph because Dolph ain't here. I can't say, well, I can say what I would have did different. When you have a certain caliber of finances and wealth and people that believe in you, and you the one that make the wheel go around, you have to watch how you walk. Like, I'm not talking about how Dolph walked. Dolph walked how he was. If you knew Dolph, that's how he was. He ain't give a fuck. He believed in what he believed in. He stand on what he stand on. But unfortunately, a lot of other people think the same shit and walk the same shit, and some other niggas, have crash outs. But understand this, like I said earlier in this interview, once you do something, there's no coming back for that. There's no coming back. Straight drop ain't never getting out of jail. The other young brother ain't never getting out of jail. One beat the damn shit because unfortunately, Yo Gotti brother got killed, so that saved them other niggas. Actually saved a lot of people that was implicated. So I'm gonna say who I think did it when it's obvious. It's all over social media and news and who they're investigating. So I don't even gotta drop names. It's out there. So all I'm gonna say before we sign out tonight, this shit is real out here. So anybody think that this music shit ain't real, it's fucking real. Life is real. You could die real. When you die, you ain't coming back. This ain't a fucking movie. This ain't a music video. This ain't a fucking bullshit. This is the real life shit. So when it's over, it's over. I have a saying I always say at work. This is what I always say at work. Fucking spammers is calling 8 o'clock at night. These motherfuckers crazy. This is what I say at work. And I say this to everybody in this music industry. And I'm going to say it tonight. It ain't over until it's over. Rest in peace to Young Dolph, PRU, Cx1DJs, Untold Stories, and keep Young Dolph family and friends and record company in mind. Peace and love, y'all.